ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו.
One of the most sought after, printed more than any other book, is the Bible. The Bible has many norms, has many instructions on how to live in this world. But among all those, I think that there is a group of 10 commandments that really have the greatest impact upon humanity. It's not the only document. There are other documents as well. Of course, for the person who is a believer, he thinks that this is the word of God. For those that don't think so, nevertheless realize that its content is very important. You know, man likes to live with other people. Man likes to live in society. He can't live by himself. You know, by yourself, you can't build a school. You can't build a hospital. You need the cooperation of other people in order to progress really in society. And therefore, you need a certain number of norms, of rules. How are you going to behave? And everybody recognizes what it says in the 10 Commandments. Don't kill. Don't steal. You know, if you don't obey these rules, you can't live in society. The first of those commandments is, I am the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt. It's not really a commandment. According to Maimonides, it implies that you have to believe in God. Well, not everybody is able to believe in God because of circumstances. He sees the world contradicts many a time the existence of a God, but yet he still thinks that certain norms are very important. As I mentioned to you, the day of rest, very important. Every week, one day of rest. You know, the Romans believed that either you're born a patrician in order to rule the world, or you're born a slave, or you're born to work. That's your destiny. But according to Jewish tradition, no. According to what the 10 Commandments says, is no. Everybody has a right to rest one day of the week. By the way, you know, the months are really determined by the time it takes the earth to go around the sun, divided into 12, or a lunar month that is 29 or 30 days. But a week, 7 days, that is really an arbitrary number. It comes from the Bible, from the Sabbath day, that every 7 day, every period of 7 days, you're entitled to 1 day of rest. So I say that is very important. What is the last of those 10 commandments? It says, don't covet. Don't be envious of what your neighbor has. It's no action. It's a thought. How is that a commandment? Yet many people think that that is the basis of all the others as well. You know why we commit many of the crimes or misdemeanors or whatever we do that is wrong is because we have envy. I remember reading somebody who said he lived through the Great Depression in the United States. Last century, 1929, 1930, there wasn't enough to eat. People weren't that bitter as a person who sees his neighbor has a new car, brand new car, and he doesn't. That his lawn is greener than yours. His grass is greener than yours. Basically like that. He thinks that his children don't behave right, and he looks at his neighbor. Oh, look at how wonderful those children behave, obey everything their parents say. Well, you don't know all the skeletons that your neighbor has in his closet. You don't know all the things that are wrong in his home. Never change your situation with that of somebody else. You think that he is better off than you are, but maybe he's not better off at all. In one of the Bible verses, it says, and don't go after the desires of your heart and your eyes. According to the Bible, the heart is the seat of intelligence. Eyes are emotions. You know, you see what somebody else has and you want it also. That is not the right attitude. To the contrary, be grateful for what you have, because when you start wanting what somebody else has, your appetite will never be satiated. You'll never be full. You'll always want more. But when you look inside, you look at what you have, you'll realize it's not so bad. You're doing pretty well in this world. Make sure you keep it that way.